Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. I'm going to demonstrate how to make one of these pumpkin wreaths. Now I made mine with a Thanksgiving fall theme, but you can also give it a Halloween theme by finding fabrics and other things that you can glue on that represent Halloween. Okay, let's get started. The wire wreath form that I'm using is from Dollar Tree. You can also get them from Hobby Lobby. Theirs is a little bit larger. You can probably get them on Etsy.com and Amazon.com. I'm using some burlap that I got from Dollar Tree, and it comes rolled up in a fat quarter size, which is about 18 by 20. Then I'm using quilting fabric. I'm also going to use little clips. I'll show you later why I'm using clips. Glue, hot glue gun, and then one little pipe cleaner or fuzzy stick, and then I'm using extra wide double fold bias tape. You will also need some twine, and you can purchase it from a hardware store and various craft stores. Turn your wreath form over to where you're looking at the back side, and we're going to use the twine to cover the stem. So you're going to place some hot glue on either side, and you're going to take the end of your stem and place it right along here. Once you get the end of the twine on, then you're going to put about a ½ inch of glue here and over here. And then you're going to begin wrapping it around. And when you're done, it should look something like this. Here it is from the front, and here it is from the back. I'm going to put my cotton quilting fabric on here, this section, and the last section. On the center section and the other two open sections, I'm going to put the burlap. So here's my cotton quilting fabric. You need to measure across the widest area, all across here, to make sure you know how wide to cut your strips. So I've cut the width of my quilting fabric about 4½ inches. If you're getting a different wreath form, be sure to measure it, and then measure the length going this way, and then add an inch. So you're going to fold your strips in half. Find the middle of your strip. Take the middle of the strip and place it somewhere in the middle here. Now I'm using the clips at this point to hold the fabric in place. These are just little lifesavers as far as I'm concerned. They're great. And you put it in the middle, and then put it in the middle on the other side. Then you're going to continue clipping them on one side all the way down, and then you're going to go to the other side here, clip it down, then go to this side and clip it down. Once you have it all clipped down, you want to make sure you have a little bit of fabric at each end. Flip your form over to the back side. Remove one of the center clips, and then underneath the fabric near the wire, put some glue, and then fold it over and press. You're going to do that all the way on one side and then down the other, and then go over to the other side and do the same thing. When you get down to the end, in order to finish folding the fabric over to the back, you want to go to each corner of your fabric and cut a little square out, and then finish gluing down here, and then fold this over and glue it down. So once you finish gluing your fabric on, it should look like this. So this is it from the front, and then I'll turn it over, and then here it is from the back. Now cut your burlap the same size that you cut your other cotton fabric. Now burlap unravels really easy, so I'm going to give you 3 options, or 4 actually. You can do nothing to the edges after you cut them, but they will unravel a little bit. So to prevent it from unraveling while you're gluing it down, if you have a serger, you can serge your edges. If you have a sewing machine, you can do a zigzag stitch. If you just have needle and thread, then you can just whip around the edges. Doesn't have to be real close together stitches to keep that, or as I said, don't do anything. Now my burlap has a print on it, so I'm going to work from the back of the wreath. I'm going to bring it front side of the fabric. That's the pretty side. And I'm going to place it up here at the top, or just place it at the other end and start. I'm going to start gluing here. Get it centered, and then you're going to glue on one edge and then down the other edge. Then when you get down here, if you have too much fabric left over, you want to go ahead and just cut it off at the bottom of the form. Here is one that I've completed putting the burlap on, and this is what it looks like from the inside. Now this is the bias tape, and I'm going to unfold it so you can see what it looks like on the inside. It's got another set of folds in here. And this is used in sewing to go around curved edges because it molds right around it. Well, this will go around really nice on the edge of your wreath. So you're going to put the edge of your wreath form in down in here on this center fold. And you're going to glue all the way around one side, squeezing it down on your wreath form. Then when you got the one side done, you're going to go along the other side. You can put that bias tape either starting from the back, or you can start from the front. And I started right up here underneath the stem. And you just do one side first. So put a line of glue on there, and then press the side of the bias tape, put another stream of glue, and you keep going all the way around and stop here. Then you would turn it over to the front and then fold it over, gluing it down from the front side. I'm using a wreath form that doesn't have anything on it yet because I thought it would be better for you to see what I'm doing. This would be your last step though. Take your pipe cleaner, take each end and put it inside like this. Take the other end and do the same thing. You're coming up over the front and bringing the pipe cleaner underneath. Now flip it over. Now you're going to leave a little of it loose because this is going to be your loop that's on my thumb. Then you're going to take each end of the pipe cleaner and begin to wrap the pipe cleaner around itself, securing the ends. Then go over to the other side and do the same thing. You just bring it through, keep wrapping it around itself. And when you're done, this is what it would look like. Now, this one is all done, but you'll notice my stem is different, but I'll explain how to do this technique in a future tutorial. I've also gone ahead and added a bow to it. I have a separate tutorial on bow making. It'll show you 3 different styles, or you can put any style of bow that you would like. Let me show you one more sample. This is a wreath that I do not have a tutorial on, and I don't think I'm going to have one on this even in the future. But I wanted to show you that you can use artificial flowers and leaves in place of a bow, and you can put as much up here as you want. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that you learned something new. If you're interested in other holiday wreaths, I will have some links listed below your YouTube screen in the description section. I'll also have some beginners sewing projects for you to view also. Hey, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing! If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl. This is Manny. See you next time.